Hey, what's up, people? And I gotta give a special shout out to Nicki before I start. And I want to tell you this story. Actually, I was actually gonna make a video about that Nicki Minaj picture that came out yesterday. But towards the end of the day, I'm not gonna talk about that because I ran into this cat. I actually forgot about him, but I met this dude last year. This cat is on some. How can I say it? In fact, I'll use his own words. He was like alpha black women and out. Well, anyway, his thing is you got to be an alpha dog with black women. Because if you don't be an alpha dog with black women, they're gonna be alpha dog on you. Or anyway, all right. I'm trying to figure out how to start this out. All right, check this out. I saw this dude yesterday. Now, I know him from last year. I did some work at the short-term project at this church in the Bronx, right? So I mean, he's worked at the staff at the church. So, he used to rap. Me and him used to talk. And he back in the day, he was an athlete. He played basketball, football. He got a scholarship to Division II school. But he was running around getting high and acting crazy, and he messed that up. And so me and him talking. Me and him was cool for, I guess, about the first week and a half or so. Like, we used to talk about all the parties he used to go to, getting high and all the other stuff and so on and so on. So that was good and cool. We finally, for some reason, got into the topic of women. Now, when the subject women came up, homeboy started telling stories about how he used to keep his women in check. Now, according to him, there are two types of women, specifically black women, that is. Black women who are going to challenge you. So when they challenge you, you got to slap them. If they start trying to like tussle with you, then you might have to even punch them. But basically, his means of keeping the black woman in check is by beating her, because he says some black women are like, they try to be the alpha dog in a relationship. Then he says there's another type of black woman that she doesn't try to be the alpha dog, but she expects you to be the alpha dog. And for those of you who don't know what the alpha dog is, that's like the leader of the pack type dog. He all the other he like eats first and all that other stuff. That's like that's like a animal type thing. It's like same thing with lions and all of that. Now, according to him, the second type of black woman, she'll test you to see if she won't try to challenge your alpha position, but if she doesn't think you're an alpha dog, she's going to start acting crazy towards you, and she's going to leave you for another dude she think might be an alpha dog. So you have to slap that woman up and keep her in check too. Now, when we got to that topic, me and him did not agree at all. So I'm just like, yeah, all right, Holmes, me and you, like, I stopped like this, I was starting not like this cat. And to me, like, all right, the church, right, the regular staff in that church, this was in the South Bronx, right, this was in the South Bronx, right, in this church, a lot of people on the staff, they've had, like, problems with, like, drugs and crime and stuff like that, and homeboy, his problems with drugs and all of that, and that's just how it went. So some of the staff was full-time, some of it was part-time, and, that's the reason why they were working there. And to me, I was thinking like, he can't hold a regular job. He admitted he can't hold a regular job. He likes to get high. And he basically, when he can't hold a regular job, and he can't get any money, he lives off the women. And even though he's down for beating women and all that, the women usually still, according to him, as long as you keep your, if you maintain your level of being an alpha dog, and you take care of the woman in the bedroom, then they fine with that. Beating them is like no big deal, because he's been with women for years, and they go for it. But anyway, that's his story. But anyway, I saw him yesterday, because I was actually thinking all about that Nicki Minaj picture that she put up on yesterday until I saw him yesterday. Then when I saw him, I recognized him. I saw him before he saw me. I was going to speak over to him because I don't really like him. Because, I was like, yeah, me and him was cool for a short while. But I'm like, all right. So I was trying to act like I could see him. But he saw me. He's like, hey, how you doing? So I was like, yeah, rapping with him. He ends up asking me for money. I know why he's asking me for money. He's asking me for money because he want to buy some drugs. So that's what his thing is. He's supposed to be real good with drugs, too. As far as, like, he's supposed to be able to know how to take this drug, like, smoke some weed here and then take some other drug after weed gets him high, and even make that high even better. He's supposed to be like a master when it comes to taking drugs and doing all the drug type stuff. But I don't even smoke weed, so I don't even know, that life is like beyond me. But according to him, that life got him into a lot of parties, a lot of exclusive clubs, buildings, all this other stuff. He's gone to these like luxury buildings, have more parties, because he's supposed to be like a masterful drug dude. But anyway, homeboy, he actually tried to like swell his chest and stand up. He's taller than me. He tried to like, he asked me for money. Then he asked me again. The second time he asked was like almost like he was telling me, yo, give me money. Like, oh, guess what? Are you gonna be? And I'm looking at him like, oh, like this was by the George Washington Bridge, right? So I'm looking at homeboy like, yo, if you don't want these traffic helicopters to like take a photograph of me beating you in the street, right? You better step back. But this cat, I have to admit, on all the outdoor stuff, he actually had a crew of dudes who was like him getting high, right? Dudes would go out and go get some drugs, get high. He was like the alpha dog, whereas like they would have to make sure he gets some of the drugs that they brought. So they couldn't just buy no drugs to get high themselves. He had to get some of the drugs that they brought. He would get high before they would off the drugs that they brought if they found some money to do it. And I was getting ready to say that a lot of that staff at that church, they were supposed to all been recovering and a lot of them, they were still getting high. They was just keeping it under wraps. They were still like, at the church working, but they were still getting high. They just wasn't getting high as they used to get high. But, and I can even tell you that there was a girl I wasn't going to go into this, but there was a girl at the place. She was actually the nicest black woman there. In fact, if you like I used to look at her like, what's going on with her? Like, she doesn't seem like some of the people you could tell that they had drug problems and they was like in the streets so a little bit and all of that. But her, you couldn't tell. It was like, I'm gonna back my mind. I was like wondering what she's doing here, but I used to never really because I think the second week I there, or second or third week I was there, she just started rapping to me out of nowhere, and I was just like, she started like talking, and I'm like talking to her, and she seemed like a nice girl and all that. And I'm like, okay, what's going on there? And this other dude was working there told me later on, I think she like you. And I was just like, well, yeah, all right, that's nice. I knew that I'm not a person who gets high, right? And I know that she has some kind of drug. But on top of that, I mean, my mind, like, anybody listen to my videos, they already know there's like one woman who's really, really on my mind. So I'm just like, yeah, all right. So, that's cool. But, she just seemed like a really nice girl where you'd have a serious relationship with. I was like, I can't have no serious relationship. I'm reserving a serious relationship for somebody else, not for some chick like this. Now, later on, I found out that he didn't like the fact that she was talking to me, because that was supposed to have been his woman. They was just keeping it under wraps. So I was like, well, hold on. So he probably be kicking her ass too. I was just like, but anyway, I don't even know why I got into that. One of the reason why I brought that up is because she seemed like she's pretty nice to me, right? And even though I didn't want her, I didn't really thought I know he'd probably be kicking her ass. And in fact, someone told me that she thinks she got her ass kicked for talking to me, because I think he realized after a while that she actually kind of dug me. But at the time, I didn't really know that was his woman. So, that's another alpha dog thing. I'm like, who would have thought that she seemed like a top-notch woman, she was like going out with him, but hey. But that's another reason why I didn't like this cat. But his theory about, I can't front. When he was talking this stuff, it wasn't just me there. There was some other guys, and to a degree, I could say like, yeah, black women are a little bit more aggressive, yeah, and they will be on some like, if they want you to be the man. If you ain't tough, you ain't the man. They'll walk over you. And there are women who will be like, hold on, well, even if they don't actually challenge you themselves, they'll be on some like, well, you ain't gonna be the aggressive man. I'll find me the aggressive man that I really want. I can understand all of that, but showing your authority by beating a woman, that's not actually, I think there's different ways to do that. And I don't even know if I got to the point, but like I said, homeboy could not hold down a steady job, so he couldn't do any financial dominance. Like, look, I'm the one with the money, I'm the one who's paying the bills, all that. Cause he's basically been living off of women for a long time. From recording him, he's been living off women for a long time, so he can't show them any financial dominance or any economic dominance, anything like that. So I think that's another reason why he was on the beating women. Even though he said he's beating women even back when he was had potential, make the pros and stuff like that. He was still letting women know he was the boss. And they was going for it, according to him. They was going for it. I just thought that was an interesting topic, because I'm just you hear about people talking about how aggressive black women are and they're too tough, and they it's like dating them was like dating a man and stuff like that. And he just made me think about a lot of that stuff when I saw him yesterday. And basically, I didn't even say how that ended, but he just got the message that he wasn't getting any money out of me. And, he's he had a real, screwed up look on his face. He, walked away. I was trying to figure out what's he doing around, because he's not even, he's from the Bronx, and then I realized there's a church over there, like way around the center that gives out free food and stuff like. Because this dude, his SNCC doesn't always work. He gets homeless every now and then. Like, you know, sometimes he'll be like living in the street or living in the shelter, something like that, because, you know, not sometimes those women just will lock him out, or they'll take off, and, you know, they'll leave him to fend for himself. And, you know, so then they'll like, they'll think one of his baby mamas had order protection against him and all that, because, you know, he has a couple of baby mamas. One of his baby mamas had order protection against him and all this other stuff. So I was like, oh no, he's probably on the streets right now, because he probably done messed up his job at the church and stuff like that. But I don't know, I like that made me think about a lot of stuff. So I was like, you know, I might as well make a video about that, because I actually hadn't thought about that dude since I like finished the project. I hadn't even thought about that too till I saw him. And like I said, if he didn't recognize me, I wasn't gonna say nothing to him. But it's kind of rough the way. Well, I can't front. There's a lot of people who look at black women. They just like, yeah, black women are rough, and you got to treat them like a certain kind of way. Because if you treat them right, they're just gonna treat you like you a simp, and then, you know, they're gonna they're gonna, you know, sometimes dudes treat black women bad, and they feel like that's the way they have to treat them. Like, you can't treat them right. You have to treat them like that. And after that, I kind of saw his point, but I'm just like, I don't know if you have to actually beat the woman, you know, like, you know, to show your dominance over her or make her respect you. You know, that's the only way you're gonna make her respect you, is by beating her. You know, unless. But he used to say that he would just go to slap first, you know, he'd slap her around first, and that didn't work, then he would like do the punching. But, you know, either way, it's like bad. But anyway, I just like decided to talk about that, because I felt that was like, you know, I was going to talk about Nicki Minaj, but that was going to be more on a different kind of thing. This to me is probably a little bit more important. But anyway, thanks for listening, people. Peace.